What's happening, everybody? Great to see you again. Welcome back for another fresh unboxing here on Deadstock Media. Today we're going to be checking out a shoe that first saw the light of day back in 2018, but only restocked for the first time this last week. Now, this was a highly sought after model back then, and it still is up to this minute. I'm of course speaking about the Yeezy 500 in the blush colorway. Now, this chunky runner dodged me for about 4 years, but super hyped to have them in my hand today, and even more hyped to share them with you. Before we make the jump though, I'm Tyler, and if you're into everything sneaker related, you've certainly found your way to the right spot. If you're into everything from new unboxings to giveaways to tips to add to your own selection, feel free to drop a subscribe down below and turn on all notifications so you know when we post any of our updates the moment that we do. Without any further delay though, let's get to it. I'm gonna start this video off by saying that I don't go camping, and I don't mean picking my stuff up and going out into nature and setting down for a few days with a tent and a pot over a fire, although I'm really not into that one either. The camping that I'm of course referring to is when you go and sit outside of your favorite retail sneaker shop for an hour or 2 hours before they open on a Saturday so that you can hopefully land your pair that you really want. And to be honest, I don't know very many people in 2022 that are still doing that, so I don't think that I'm the rarity there. Now, I say all that to say that when I'm at home leisurely kicking it and I get a notification saying that I want a pair of sought after shoes through an app, well, that just makes me thankful for the technology that we have here and now that wasn't available back in 2018. And the reason that that's important to me is because back in 2018, I really went searching for the shoe that we're gonna break down today, like physically going to all the sneaker shops that I could think of in my area, scouring them, looking up and down, and I couldn't find a single pair. It was literally disgusting. It's like the moment that they dropped, they were just gone. They were in the wind and nobody was gonna find them. So when I got the nod that I was going to be getting a pair this year, I was hyped. And when this box finally landed in front of my door, it was like the end of a marathon or some endurance challenge. There was this moment of, finally, I have my 500 blushes. It's gonna feel great to share these with you guys because it really feels as if it's come full circle. 4 years ago, I was on YouTube looking for reviews for this shoe that I missed out on. 4 years in the future, and I'm here posting a review for these shoes that maybe somebody else missed out on. I hope you didn't. I hope you landed them and you're looking at them at the same time as I am, but we gotta prepare for all options. And the first thing we're gonna be checking out, as always, is the box. It's a classic standard Yeezy box, and I feel like I say those words pretty heavily on this channel, but it'll give you an idea that you see 500 right across the front. You see the sizing information here, and you also have the model again, made by Adidas on the other side. We all know that the magic is really inside, so let's crack this open and check out this bomb silhouette. Here you have it, you guys. This is the Yeezy 500 in the blush colorway. The first thing that pops out to me about this bulky runner is the fact that it screams dad vibes. And I don't really mean that in a bad way, because if Pops is pulling this out of the closet, then you gotta respect the drip, period, blank. With suede overlays that go around the toe and pretty much wrap around the entire ankle and heel of this shoe, there is a pronounced feel to it that I really enjoy. To offset the suede, you have these springy mesh points that I'm sure contribute to the overall breathability of this shoe and the comfort that it provides by being able to flex and move with you. Now, the color is something to behold. They call it blush. I think it also goes by desert rat colorway, depending on what circle you run in, but somebody feel free to check me on that because I'm not 100%. The color that I pick up here, it's a very neutral gray or light bone. Under indoor lights, it seems very neutral. It can go with a lot of different palettes, but when you're outside and you're absorbing different lights in nature, there's more of a pronounced like pink hue to it, or just a deeper depth of color found in these shoes. I really like it. We can take a look at the sole here too. It's a pretty standard 500 sole. I believe they're still using the Adidas sole, which it's good for comfort and durability. One thing I noticed is that there is a branding on the bottom of the sole. It says that the shoe is non-marking. When it comes down to it, I think time will tell you that there is no surface out here on shoes that is non-marking. So they can try to be as resistant as possible, but if you don't want your soles to get dirty, I would suggest pre-treating them or even putting like a sole protector on them. The inner workings of the shoe are a standard Adidas Yeezy insole, and then you have a non-textured sock liner that feels pretty smooth and soft to the touch. And you'll catch some Adidas branding on the toe cap as well as the outsole right here. Pretty standard touches, should be reminiscent of other 500 models you've seen before, but this colorway, that's where it really gets to shine. Now, like I just said, the makeup of this shoe should be reminiscent of other 500 models that we've seen before. May not be something worth writing home about, but at the same time, the fact that this shoe has only re-released one time, I'm excited for it and I'm glad to have landed a pair. Look, the level of crazy that we faced in 2018 trying to get these shoes is probably akin to the level of crazy that Kanye West's publicist and manager have to face on a daily basis. It's remembering that same feeling of crazy and hurt and disappointment that led me on this path to these shoes today. Back in 2018, when I couldn't find these shoes in any store that I went to, it definitely stuck with me. It was one of those terrible feelings as a sneakerhead that I don't think we ever really let go of until we land that pair that we were looking for. So having this box land on my front doorstep, it was healing to my soul. And I know some people may say, healing to your soul? Bro, they're just shoes. And if that's your mentality, I commend you, because you obviously have not had that hurt, that disappointment that we as sneakerheads sometimes feel. And I pray that you never do, because it's one of those things that if you know, you know, and I can't really make it make sense if it doesn't make sense already. Ask your sneakerhead friends. So there we have it, everybody. Real quick breakdown of the Yeezy 500s in the blush colorway. I'm gonna say right now, with more new releases and re-releases coming from the Yeezy team, I'm excited to see what's next to come down the pipeline. And if there are any new or old Yeezys that you want to see unboxed here on the channel, feel free to drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. I'm interested in hearing all those thoughts because these boxes behind me have yet to be touched and we'd love to show them off to you. And if you took anything at all from this video and are aching for more, feel free to drop a like or subscribe down below. Know that we appreciate it all. One more time, thanks for hanging out with us here again. This has been Tyler with Deadstock Media, signing off.